Hi Team We Run, Coach Alexia here, coach for Reading, South Oxfordshire and online. I've done videos before about the taper for a race, but as we are running up to the London Marathon this week, I thought I'd talk about a couple of other things that I'm chatting to a good few of my runners in terms of tapering for big races like London, but any race really. It's kind of in addition to the usual taper stuff. So in taper, just to recap, we're dropping back that training. So this final week up until a race, we're not doing that much at all training wise, and we're trying to, keep hydrated, stay off the booze, eat good nutrient-rich food and have a little bit of carbohydrate with every meal. In summary, the other things that are worth mentioning though are to try as much as we can to stay off our feet and do relaxing things. So the week in the run up to a race is not really a time for a packed social schedule, and it's also worth thinking about if you are meeting up with people. Something like a cinema over a shopping trip is a good pick. Something where you're sat down, you're relaxed, you're just kind of watching the world go by, as opposed to something where you're walking around too much. If you play other sports, five-a-side, go down the gym, again, it's tailing those off all as well. We basically want the final week before a race to be physically restful and also mentally relaxing. So, instead of maybe seeing a horror film at the cinema or on Netflix, watching something that's a bit more relaxed, funny, comedy, something like that. So to keep the mind calm as well as the body relaxed and able to finish off its recovery. The other thing that I've been talking to people about, specifically for London or any race that has an expo or a show or something where you've got to go and pick up your number and you get bombarded with sales or purchasing opportunities, is again to try and minimise the amount of time you spend at any of those kind of expos or shows. They try and suck you in. Their goal is to try and sell you stuff, but avoid it if as best you can. Again, we're trying to stay off our feet. We're trying to minimise that kind of mental thinking time that we're going to have to spend. So in and out, pick up your number, disappear off, and spend your time doing something relaxing where you're physically inactive is a better bet than getting too caught up in that. The other thing to think about as well, which we can get tempted into at an expo, is maybe picking up a deal on some new gels or a new t-shirt or, goodness me, potentially even some new shoes. Please don't be tempted into doing that, and definitely don't try anything new on race day. So in the few days before the race, in terms of what you're eating and drinking, stick to stuff that you know is suitable for you and your digestion, and definitely don't be trying anything on race day itself before, during or after the race in terms of kit, food, anything else like that. And then if you're going to the London Marathon Expo or any other big marathon expo that has one of those marathon pace treadmills that's set at world marathon pace, do not try it. You will probably fall off the back at high speed, because it turns out marathon world record pace is really fast, and it's not worth injuring yourself in the day or two before your goal race. So, few little things to think about or not think about. And for those of you running a marathon at any point or London Marathon this weekend, nice chilled week, plenty of downtime, not too many physically or mentally challenging things on your plate, and best of luck with your run. Happy running.